Hi guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you about a book that I read very recently, and it is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. And I'm really annoyed that I got this cover with the movie thing on it because I wanted the other cover but I couldn't find it anywhere. And I actually needed to read this in a hurry because I was invited to a movie fundraiser for the movie, which I did really enjoy. But I only had like a week or something to read the book, and so I needed to buy it, and I read it really quickly in like 3 days. And basically the book itself is following the story of this woman called Lou, who's in her 20s, and she's living in a small town, and she's been working in this cafe for years and years, and basically gets made redundant in her job at the cafe, which she really enjoys, and then has to find a new job and has to figure some things out. And she lives with her family, and a lot of her pay goes into supporting her parents and the rest of her family. So she's kind of like held back a little bit in that way. Something really cool about her is she dresses really like really interestingly, really differently, and she tries applying for all these different jobs and can't really find something that she's comfortable with doing or that's the right fit for her, and ends up working as a carer for a quadriplegic named Will. And the book itself was really easy to read. I really did enjoy it, and I really liked Lou. I did find myself getting frustrated with her quite a bit in terms of that she was a great character and she had a lot to offer, but that she was kind of just like cruising through life and just settling. And you could tell, and I think there was a theme throughout it, that she was just settling for things over and over again. She has a boyfriend in it, and you can tell that she's not completely happy in the relationship, but she's kind of just existing in it and doing it. The really beautiful thing is that when she meets Will and starts caring for him and starts trying to make his life better for him, in fact it starts to make life better and more exciting for her. So I gave this book a 3 out of 5 star Goodreads rating, and really interestingly my sister read it and finished it just after I did, and she gave it a 5-star rating and she really loved it. I feel like a lot of people who I've talked to about it really loved the book, and they didn't really enjoy the movie as much. I felt like I kind of went into it and I'd already seen the trailer and for the movie, and so I kind of had these two as like what they really were in my head. I mean, like already in the book, so it's kind of like I felt like I didn't really get the opportunity to really let my imagination figure out a lot of the story, and I feel like that was kind of robbed from me a little bit, and annoyingly, because the trailer was everywhere over here. Like, it was insanely everywhere. Like, every movie I saw, it was one of the trailers before the movie started. Every YouTube video I clicked on, it was the video before it started. And it was just like overkill, out of control. And it was on TV all the time. And not only that, but the trailer gave so much of the story away, which is really disappointing, because it didn't need to, because it didn't need to give that much away. It was so frustrating, and I feel like I went into the story kind of knowing where it was already gonna go, and the fact that the second book is called Me After You is just like the biggest, most frustrating spoiler ever, because you know what's gonna happen because of the title of the second book. It's just like, so I mean, I feel like the book community really likes the story. I did like it, but unfortunately I found that the story was very sad. I felt really frustrated with Lou as a character, because I was torn between really liking her but really wanting more for her. And though the book is from Lou's perspective, I feel like we see Lou through the way Will would see her, and how beautiful she is, and how extravagant she is, and out there and different and special she is, but she's not leading a life that kind of reflects that, and I think that's something Will really wants for her. In comparison between the book and the movie, I feel like the movie was a lot more emotional. It gave us a lot more time to with the ending, in terms of that the moments between when they go on holiday. I feel like that was really rushed in this book, their time away together. They didn't get to spend that much time with them. They were almost in like a honeymoon period of their relationship where it really started to blossom. I feel like we got more of that in the movie than we did in the book. I feel like we spent a lot of time in the book kind of anticipating them getting together, and it was a bit quicker and a bit, you know, easier in the movie. Obviously you have less time and all of that. I feel like the scene on the beach where she confesses her love for him was really quite impacting in the book, and it was portrayed beautifully in the movie, and it was really emotional. Like if I was gonna cry in a moment, I got pretty close to that in the movie. I didn't in the book. The bit at the very end in the book, I got a little bit kind of like, oh, it's happening, oh god. When they play it in the movie and there's the music and you see the look in their eyes and the it was so emotional. That you know it's going to be an emotional experience kind of does really, I don't know, I was kind of prepared for it, I guess. I feel like as soon as I finished this book, I was definitely ready to move on to happier books and books that had characters that were doing a little bit more exciting things. I feel like I read A Court of Mist and Fury and finished that just before I read this, and I found that A Court of Mist and Fury was so complex and the world was so big, and then to go back to contemporary I was like kind of like shocked almost that this was it, and that was all there was to these characters. They were great, but they weren't quite as thrilling and exciting as the book I just come from, which was amazing. And so yeah, I gave it 3 stars. I really liked the movie, I liked the book, but it's not my favourite book that I've read this year. I probably wouldn't really recommend it. I feel like a lot of people like it a lot more than I did. I just feel like I was so damn spoiled for how it was going to go in terms of just everything around it during this time was about this story. And it's a bestseller and it's great, and I'm glad I read it, but I don't think I'll read Me After You. I feel like I don't need to read it. I'm cool. I'd rather spend my energy, you know, reading some different books and just mixing it up a bit. So let me know what you guys thought about this, maybe the movie or the book, because there's both. Maybe you enjoyed one more than the other, or I don't know, maybe you've only read the book or only seen the movie, and yeah, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. As always, all of my links and everything will be down below if you want to follow me on all the other things, but you don't have to. And I will see you guys in my next review.